Good evening and welcome back to From Day One, Part 2 episode, and let's head off to Osh Gosh Bagosh, the Oshman, for tonight's start in the battle for Asgard. While we do so, we have a fresh crop of auditors, substance, Karens, and everybody to do. Let's start with our first one. Stupidly auditing.
Alright guys, I'm at Winfro Distribution Center in Clinton, South Carolina, doing a First Amendment audit.
So why is a private business something that you should be doing a First Amendment audit on again?
Let's see if they respect their rights.
Yes, he is at a civilian business, asking them to respect his rights. This is how far fraudsters have fallen.
I'm out here with Upstate SC News. Out here checking them out here in South Carolina. I'm doing great.
Can I ask who y'all are with? The city? County?
No,
So what are y'all taking pictures of?
whatever we can see.
Why is that?
Because they're an idiot, ma'am.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. But I'm just going to say that here and let them know that, I can be out here recording.
Hey, looky, there's our good friend the cop.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on today?
Nothing.
We get an awful lot of complaints about y'all harassing employees.
Harassing by holding the camera and not doing nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's it.
Well, I'm trying to find out y'all's side.
But they just lie. Straight up lie. Straight up lie.
So you haven't said anything to any employees whatsoever?
No, I can talk to them all day long.
And talk to them means what exactly? We've seen in the past what you mean by talking.
Harassment, though, I don't know.
If they don't want you to talk to them, you can't just. What, are you going up to them?
No. I ain't been no further right here. Ain't been no further right there.
You went no further right there. Yeah, so you're yelling at them across there.
Talking? Yeah, sure.
You work here?
Oh, yeah, I'm the manager.
You the one that called?
I did.
Yeah, we'll go up there so you can lie about it. Well, now the canine sheriff's going to be a jerk, so that's cool.
Back again?
Yeah, man. Nothing to it, man. Out here doing a little recording. That's what we do. And they don't like it, evidently, so, they called y'all.
She's lying. How far we went.
I know. That's what they do.
Let's pause here. See if you can find the mistake.
The text that the auditor has put up, the manager and evidently some employees lied about where we were walking to get us arrested. I hope they understand when my lawyer asked them questions on the stand testifying that they'll have to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God while your hand is on the Bible.
Let's pause again and find the spelling mistake. A scholar.
Let's see how many want to burn in hell for lying under oath. Yes, he actually spelled L-I-E-I-N-G, lying under oath.
He is not.
Yeah, ID on you, sir.
Everybody's got ID, right?
Can I please see your ID, sir?
Why would you need that?
Because we're out here for a lawful purpose, and I need to identify you.
I didn't break any laws, sir.
Okay, so you're telling me you're not going to identify yourself?
If you give me a crime that I've committed, I'll be glad to give it to you.
You don't have to commit a crime to identify yourself.
Yeah, you do.
No,
South
you
Carolina.
I have to have a lawful right to make contact with
This is not a stop and ID state, sir.
you have to identify yourself. So, are you refusing to do that? Are you?
Hold on 1 second. Let me look it up. I got a chart. I got the chart right here. This is in North Carolina. Oh, looky, the auditor loses. Officer's correct. If the officer makes a lawful approach to you, which he is, you do have to identify. Strike on the auditor.
Refusing to identify yourself.
Hang on. Threat of arrest. If you're going to arrest me for not identifying, I will absolutely identify. Because I don't want to get arrested. All right? But if you're telling me, and you said it's lawful to ask me for my ID without breaking a law, then you're totally wrong. But you can push that if you want to.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know you will. You going to stand behind him? Yeah. So you're going to say it's a law that I got to show my ID?
You got a lawful purpose. Yeah.
A law, you can have a lawful person to do anything, but if I'm not breaking the law, though, it's not lawful. I got to be committing a crime, about to commit a crime. I mean, you got to have RAS to even ask for my ID. I know a little bit about it. You know what I mean? So I want to know where the RAS is at, right? That I've broken some law.
What'd you say?
Reasonable, articulable suspicion. RAS. Yes. Is any one of you guys a supervisor? Was that him that just drove up?
Hey, dummy. The supervisor is the guy you just talked to. The sergeant, the one with the 3 stripes on his arm. You've gone to jail enough times that you should at least know the basics by now.
He does. He's just being an ass.
Redhead. What's his name?
His name is Sparky.
Sir?
And he has shiny handcuffs.
Paul, you can talk to him.
Paul?
You can talk to him.
Okay. All right. So now they're going to try to tell me they're going to arrest me if I don't ID. We'll see what the supervisor says.
We're not going to tell you. We're actually going to do it.
No, the redheaded one, I think, the supervisor. So it is, ain't it? I see the stripes now. So let's see what happens, guys. Y'all hit that like button. So
only hit the like button if you're watching my show. Hit the dislike on him.
I would like to talk to the supervisor. Sergeant, okay. Well, okay, explain to me.
So I'm asking you one more time.
Explain to me how that
to
works.
Provide me your identification.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't?
I'm asking you to provide me with your identification.
Clarify. Will I be arrested?
Are you not going to identify yourself to me?
If I'm going to get arrested, if I don't, I will. I said I will, sir.
No, you're
It's
arrested.
too late now. It is now stupid prize time.
You're being detained at this point. Go ahead and...
Cletus just got arrested.
Too long, sir, because I'm a big guy.
You got your ID? What crime did I commit?
Oh, Cletus Jr.'s going to get it too.
Hang on. You ain't got to be like this. I wasn't a jerk to you. Why you being a jerk to me? Huh? Why you doing that? Because of them? You trying to show off for them? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? You trying to show off for them?
And you just bugging your other people. What's up? What you need? Go ahead and say that. He gonna... You're going as well.
For what?
You're going for trespass after us. You're walking around the parking lot. Walking around that thing. She told you to leave and you did it. Walking
What's
in
up at the parking lot?
Deputy Athens. Hurry, come on.
What
Put
parking
yourself.
lot?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Wait a
behind your
minute.
back.
What? I wasn't walking in no parking. We never left this easement, bro. All right, can I put this in a truck?
Just put it down.
Before this arrest, he already had a 60-day jail sentence that's on hold pending appeal. And after making bail from this arrest, he had another run-in with the law, and I was able to find the video.
Oh, goody. No, 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 no. That might be a copyright strike, so no. No, no, no. I told you when you got stuff for us, do not put copyrighted material in it. Just in case you're wondering, the individual put some Cartoon Network cartoon show. It's usually on the late night Adult Swim. Alright, let's try a sovereign citizen who tries to arrest the police. Yeah, you heard that right. Softardian trying to arrest the police. So, let's begin.
So, we're here at the vaccination centre in Eastbourne. We're just going to serve a notice of
Wait a minute, that sounds quite British of you.
liability on that vaccine centre. We previously did a doctor surgery, which was very good, and as you heard, we actually managed to serve it on a doctor. They took it, we filmed it. The notice of liability was served. So,
I really hope that doctor wasn't in the middle of heart surgery when you served him that notice of liability. I would really hate for him to accidentally kill someone while taking the piss out of you.
we're hoping for something similar today. So I've got a few witnesses here, so yeah, we hope to replicate this
God damn it.
around primary schools and stuff.
Is your fucking camera so bad that you're so shaky that I can't even see a license plate to know where you're from?
So we just heard that the primary schools are now threatening to vaccinate 5-year-olds now. So this is serious now. So yeah, we're going to expand this to every primary school in the area.
I hate to tell you this, Dave, but public schools have been mandating vaccines like diphtheria, polio, and measles for children since way before you dropped out of the 3rd grade to pursue your career as a urine mixologist.
No, because every name you put forward, they take the vaccine, or vaccine injection, you get £20 for it.
And the reason why my better half that's covering this with us is always making urine jokes is because this guy claims that his way of making sure that he doesn't get the corona, aka panini, is by that he basically breathes through an air tube his own urine. Again, I can't make that up.
And they do, and if they, and it is, not people don't even know that, do they? If people come on Sunday, they get 30 quid for it. I heard there's also, yeah, there you go, we'll talk about that, yeah. Yeah. I heard, for children as well, they get more.
Somebody please think of the children.
Well, somebody think of my copyright protection.
15 quid, I heard less. Less? I heard less. So okay. That's the amount they put on a child bill. Yeah. You know, that's how much it is to. So. But the main thing is really just to get a notice first, isn't it? Yes, rather than having discussions and that's what it's about, the notice of liability. And all the notices are in here, what they're notifying them to do. And they are liable if they don't do it. Mm-hmm. So they're liable for every person who has an adverse reaction, every person who dies from this. They are liable, especially since they've been served it.
I love how gullible these people are. Dave, Just because you presented a piece of parchment stained in your piss doesn't mean that they're going to be held liable if they don't follow your rules and regulations.
What I wanted to get into my text last week was
Wait a minute. Wait. I just happened to notice something on this. This is assuming these guys have brain cells enough to actually set the date and time correct on the camera they're using that's doing an auto date and time stamp on the video. If that's true, they're actually doing this on Christmas Eve. These fucktardians who don't have any other thing to do with their life are out trying to harass people who are trying to provide the Panini pandemic vaccine on Christmas Eve.
don't follow these notices. Oh my God, you're looking fishy. It's one safety note. Right. That's what I would have liked to or intended to get. Yeah.
Alright. Ah, fuck, it is England. I see the NHS sign. Okay. Now you prove that fucktards aren't just American.
Or they claimed it as that and it was already built.
Yeah, okay. Good morning again. 24th December 2021, 10:30. We're here to serve a notice of liability to the vaccination sector at Sovereign Harbour. And just to let them know how they should be lawfully setting out their personal responsibilities, personal liabilities for conducting experimental medical trials as a vaccinator or as a member of staff who takes part in the administration and facilitation of said medical trials.
I think the problem with people like this is that they are so stupid that they have no idea how stupid they are. You see, if you're very, very stupid, how can you possibly realize that you're very, very stupid?
Thank you, John Cleese.
Good.
Have a look at the envelope, please.
Yep, there you go.
Envelope. Thank you. Beautiful. Thanks, Tony.
Oh, these fucktards want to take pictures of this fake envelope the asshole made up.
Hello. Happy Christmas Eve.
Is it possible to speak to the please? Thank you. We are concerned civilians.
No, they're fucktardians.
Serve a notice of liability to the centre to give them notice of what they should be doing lawfully.
I'll tell you what they should be doing lawfully. They should be bitch slapping you guys to fucking Kingdom Come. That's what they should be doing lawfully.
And if they don't follow the notice inside, the notices inside, then they will be liable for prosecution.
I'll get some volunteers.
I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you, Rose.
These guys are so dumb. They don't even realize they're speaking to a volunteer and not one of the administrators. And speaking of volunteers, poor Rose woke up this morning thinking she was going to do something nice for society, like volunteering at a vaccine clinic, only to get showered with a mix of top and bottom bodily fluids from a group of window lickers.
And of course, these fucktards don't have any masks on.
Okay, we're for a right bunch. Yeah. Here to do what we need to do. Yeah. And yeah, well, you know, we could have used the official title of the registered company that we belong to.
Oh my god, they're making it too easy, guys. Right now, leave a comment below with the official title of the registered company they belong to. Here, I'll start. They belong to Golden Dave's Bath and Body, because everyone needs a shower. Why not make it a Golden Dave's?
We could have done. Yeah.
We'll come up with some more of those after the video.
Doesn't take note of common law. Hello, I'm Dr. Roll. Good morning, Dr. Roll. We're here as a group of concerned civilians to serve
Other fucktardians.
Yourself and your staff, who, whether they're volunteers or employees who are working for you, a notice of liability. Okay. Have you got a legal representative with that? I'm the legal representative. Okay. This has all been done under common law. Are you able to write to the organisation then, please? The organisation is included in this notice. Okay. And the Siobhan Melia, who is the chief executive of the National Health Trust, Sussex Community Foundation. Yes, the Sussex Community Foundation Trust. Yes, it's written in here. So she is the first lady. Is that who you're writing to with this legal notice? I'm serving it to her. She doesn't work with
there's a principle
to yourself. That's fine. She doesn't work for this organisation.
There's a principle of notice to agent is notice to principal, notice principal is notice to agent.
It looks like all that liquid recycling has put a dense yellow fog around Dave's ability to critically think. Did you not hear what he just said? The person you're trying to serve doesn't even work for his organization. That would be like trying to serve Steve Jobs at a brick-and-mortar Best Buy.
I have nothing to do with SCFT. Fine. So if it's written to SCFT, it's not for me. No, it is for you because it's for everybody involved in it. Thank you. I'll pass it to our legal team. Okay. Anything else I can help with? Yeah, I'd just like to inform you that the notices in there are to notify you of what you should be doing lawfully, which isn't being done. And before anything else is administered, you need to read through that and pass this to my legal team. You need to read it, sir.
No, he really doesn't. All he needs to do is look at you and nod his head until you leave. Or until one of the members in your party get thirsty and you start your bar hop off at the nearest porta potty.
Personally,
I can read it.
How many more piss jokes do you have?
Need the rest of your staff to know. Okay? That's absolutely fine. Right.
Okay. Because now that you've been served, you are liable for every adverse reaction, every death that follows from your action in there. It doesn't matter about your legal team. I understand. I'm telling you though, now that you've been served with this, you are personally liable for every single death that occurs as a result of your action.
Dave, you were just wrong about everything. Not just wrong about the law, not just wrong about the shape of the earth, or what's the best flavor of organic mouthwash. You're literally wrong about everything. In the US, we have a vaccine injury compensation program, and in the UK, they have the vaccine damage payment provision. So even if there was an injury caused by a COVID-19 vaccine, the administrators of that vaccine would not be the ones paying, the government would be.
All I'm saying is I'll get my legal advice. If it's okay, please do not obstruct any people who do want their vaccines to come in. Well, you need to read that and make them aware. Absolutely fine. I am allowing patients to come in. If you obstruct them, I will call the police. Nobody there. I'm just saying, there's nobody there coming in. There's nobody there. You could. It's only us. There's no. You're in the entrance. I would like to wait. Can I just ask? Doctor, I would rather be.
Power in numbers.
Thank you. That's okay. That's fine. I've accepted this. If you're not going to hold anyone up, thank you for that.
Nuremberg Trials Part 2.
Are you stupid or something?
Yes, he is.
I understand your concerns, so we'll take it from our legal team and I'll follow the process as we would. So thank you for passing it to me. But let me just inform you as part of that. Yep. Before you administer any more injections, you need that informed consent from the patient. That's absolutely fine. We follow the processes. And you have to sign as well to say that you've gone through every aspect of that notice.
Can you imagine being a doctor and having to clear every packet given to you by every person who smells like pee with every patient you administer a shot to? And what happens if the next guy comes along and makes similar demands, but his packet contradicts your packet? Well, I know what they would say. They would say go with whichever one tastes most like a urinal cake.
Told you my position. Hey, I'm not going to be arresting the officers if they can.
And now we got cops.
I'm not going to be shutting down the vaccination centre. I'm not going to be preventing people from accessing or leaving the vaccination centre to access the vaccine.
Over the kind of the people legit, do you still continue with that position?
I do.
You are having genocide. It's
So, right, okay.
So, as part of an ongoing live criminal investigation, okay, we have it on video evidence now. Because of the evidence that's been submitted for this crime, that you, as I cause it, are committing an offence of misconduct in public office and perverting the course of justice.
So in that case, I'm going to have to ask you to arrest this man.
Nice try, dickweed. But I don't think those police officers are going to be arresting themselves today.
Okay?
So we're going to have
I'm going to have to ask you to arrest these men.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Absolutely not. No, all guilty
I'm
then.
going to have to arrest you, sir.
Dave, I promise to pay you an entire month's worth of my personal blend just to see you attempt to physically arrest that police officer. And ignore the fact that he's 6 inches taller and 5 gallons of piss heavier than you.
You're all guilty. Yeah.
Suspicion of conduct in public. Where's the first? That's it. Then I say anything. Later rely on something.
Guys, if it's your video, stop having it break up.
You can do something extra.
I understand what you're trying to say there. I don't think it's incumbent on a member of the public to know the police force.
Oh, it is.
To know the force.
That's right for us. Well, it's a few of us know. That's not really you already know, but yeah. But I'm sorry, I'm just doing my duty as a sovereign leader. Right?
Yeah.
So you're under arrest, and I don't have to. The thing is, I do have to arrest and find.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest that you have to repeat exactly the same thing within each
Yeah.
block, but
All 4 of you are
entirely
under
up to you.
arrest now. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 people.
Again, we don't want to do this. We need action being taken.
Yeah.
So at least
We care about people. We care about the people that are dying and being injured.
And people that are ignorant to this and injecting their children. That's not right.
Your family,
Do we not
you're covered, you're being covered.
No, I said, is this a good use? Is this a
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
They saves one life.
Genocide. This will be talked about in history. Let's put it that way.
Well, let's put it like this. They're going to be looking back on this day and laughing at you guys. Anthropologists in the future are going to be looking back on the Homo drinking piss species and wonder what in God's toilet bowl went wrong.
And the fact that you are enabling, I'm sure you're a lovely guy. I can feel it. You've got a good soul, okay? But unfortunately, doing your job doesn't hold up either. Just doing your job, following orders, does not hold up. I was just doing my job.
and when this all shakes out, we're going to be on the wrong side.
Wrong side of history.
So
Yeah.
We were allowed to do that.
But we have every right.
For me to tell you now that if somebody is receiving form under similar circumstances, so along the lines of bringing more officers down to arrest officers, having done everything they expect, then it may be that they're prosecuted or wasteful use.
We can't be. We're not.
Demanding anything, all we've done is investigate.
Yeah.
for you to look into what we're actually talking about.
I'm simply saying that there is potential. I'm not saying that would happen, but there is potential.
No,
it carries on and snowballs in that.
We're entirely in the right. If you make a phone call now and investigate what we're telling you about, you'll probably be seizing them today.
I highly doubt they'll be seizing anyone, except for maybe members of the Yellow Breath Brigade if they don't get off the property and stop interrupting the clinic's business. Those officers are under no obligation to investigate the ramblings of every escaped mental hospital patient who hasn't had her daily dose of uric acid yet. Alright guys, that's the end of the video.
Alright, So while he goes off with his folks to finish out his video, let's take a look at some more. Let's see if there's any more names here. Alrighty. Really? No, I've actually got somebody in my personal private call because I had a few folks who actually wanted to hear a show live. A local carpenter joined that group. They mailed a form to have everyone sign, and then they issued a federal judge an arrest warrant. They're all in. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I haven't seen any names yet. I can get the heel off. Okay. Just for half a second. Alright, I guess nobody has an answer, so we will avoid that. Let's see. Yeah, we can go with that. Flat Earther, who is also a COVID-19 denier. Why not? 2 morons for the price of 1. Let me get it queued up real quickly as Kira is on life support. Throw the shield up, actually. There we go. Alright, and here is our idiot.
So the entire world is on lockdown over a weak virus.
So I see you're starting off stupid. Okay. Well, the novel coronavirus, otherwise known as SARS-CoV-2, is not a weak virus. A weak virus would be something more like the common cold. Now moving forward in this video, when I refer to the coronavirus, I'll be talking about the SARS-CoV-2, and if I refer to a coronavirus, then I'll be talking about the general family of viruses known as coronaviruses.
Got it.
The coronavirus that is affecting our population is a strong virus. The flu, which is also a strong virus, has an R0 value of about 1.3, while early indications show the coronavirus has an R0 value of about 2.3. However, a recent publication from the CDC suggests that that R0 value could be much higher. Plus, the mortality rate of the coronavirus is about 20 times greater than that of the seasonal flu. So yeah, SARS-CoV-2 is a strong virus, and Eric Dubé is an idiot.
Weaker than, affected less people, and killed less people than the seasonal flu or the common cold or pneumonia.
Really?
You're an idiot. And this statement shows exactly how little you know about the topic you're covering. Viruses never kill anything. According to Amash Adalja, an infectious disease physician at Johns Hopkins University Center for Health Security, the presence of the virus itself isn't going to be what kills you. An infectious disease always has a complex interaction with its host. For instance, HIV causes AIDS. It's the complex interaction between the human body and the HIV virus that causes the immune system to drop to a point where a simple bacterial infection can become a life-threatening danger. With COVID-19, the coronavirus enters through the eyes, nose, or throat and travels down the respiratory tract into the lungs. It's there where the virus begins replicating. The natural immune response then kicks into gear, eliminating those cells that are harboring the virus. Sometimes the immune response can be too strong and lead to other problems like pneumonia, which can then become septic, and that's when you're in really big trouble.
But now, the entire world is on lockdown. Military on the streets, talking about possible forced vaccinations.
This is something you'll notice that Eric Dubé does often. His argument is so weak that he relies on sensationalist media and emotional pleading to pull at your heartstrings. This forced vaccinations that Eric Dubé is talking about, it's a fake news story pushed by idiots like Eric Dubé to get a few more morons on their side. In fact, Donald Trump said specifically on May 15th that once a vaccine is approved, there will be enough for every American citizen to get it if they want it. Nothing about that statement seems like forced vaccinations to me.
Talking about cashless society, not allowing money to exchange hands.
A cashless society is inevitable. As our technology increases, the need to carry around destructible, losable legal tender is quickly fading away, being replaced by the convenience of having digital currency that is accessible anywhere in the world at virtually any time.
And with their complete control of the media, government, and the minds of the people, look how easy it was for them to do this. Not only did they easily get away with stripping everyone in the world away of basic freedoms.
Wait, what? What basic freedoms have been taken away? Sure, there's been some inconveniences put in place, but nobody's losing any of their inalienable human rights due to these inconveniences. And yes, these inconveniences are stopping the spread of the virus, thereby saving lives. You're an idiot.
In the space of a few media-hyped weeks, they were able to whip everybody up into a frenzy to the point that they wanted their freedoms taken away.
No one says they want their freedoms taken away. Now, people are willing to sacrifice some of their freedoms for safety and security. For instance, I'm sure people would love the freedom of getting out of their car at the airport and walking right onto the plane just as it's getting ready to take off. However, most people are okay with giving up that freedom for the safety and security that comes with the pre-boarding screening process.
Ask them any other day of the week. Is the government your friend? Do you trust the media? No. But suddenly, coronavirus hype hits, and now government and media are like the most trustworthy things ever.
No, that's not it at all, you idiot. That might be the case if there weren't a multitude of independent and competing medical firms working around the clock to find out as much as they can about the coronavirus and its effects. Now, if it was solely the media or just a few government officials from a few major governments pushing this narrative, then you might have a case there. But as of June 12th, almost every country around the globe has reported a case of the COVID-19. You're an idiot.
People are glued to the television, believing everything, every statistic that comes out, every government advisory. This is such an overreaction. It's ridiculous.
No. What's ridiculous is that you've convinced yourself that you know more than the entire scientific fields of medicine and virology, when in reality, you're so fucking stupid, you're a flat earth idiot.
Acting like coronavirus and the deaths caused thereby are reason to close down the entire world economy and bring martial law and military on the streets. Acting like that's rational. Pretending like that's not the biggest overreaction in history.
That might be the case if martial law had actually been activated because of the coronavirus. However, to this date, not a single law enforcement agency from federal to municipal has issued anything resembling martial law. And you said the government was the ones lying, trying to spread fear. No, Dubé, that dubious title goes to you. You're a fucking idiot.
Ding.
I mean, this is the biggest power play by the world government, the New World Order, in my lifetime. Imagine if they locked down the entire world and had martial law and military on the streets because of cardiovascular disease.
Are you fucking kidding me? Cardiovascular diseases? Let's think about this one real hard, dipshit. How are viruses transmitted from person to person? And are cardiovascular diseases transmitted the same way? No, you fucking idiot, because you can't catch a cardiovascular disease just by coming into contact with someone else who has the same disease.
Well, it's the number one killer. 17.6 million people die of cardiovascular disease every year. 40,000 have died of coronavirus. 40,000 versus 17 million. Why didn't we lock down the world over our biggest killer?
Because imposing a lockdown for a cardiovascular disease is nonsensical, since cardiovascular diseases are passed on through genetics, not contact. You're an idiot.
Yes, he is.
Coronavirus isn't even close. Cancer kills 9 million people every year, compared to coronavirus's 40,000.
Same fucking answer. Cancer is not contagious, you idiot.
And therein is part of the hoax. People have called the CDC and asked about their COVID-19 testing, and received word back that there is no standardized COVID-19 test, and instead it is a standard respiratory illness test. And if you score low enough on the standard respiratory illness test, you're being counted as being coronavirus positive.
I wonder how it feels to wake up in the morning and realize that you're the dumbest person around for 100 miles in each direction. There are tests for COVID-19. I know because my son was tested when they first came out. Now the accuracy of those tests have been improved, but the CDC was able to test for the presence of the coronavirus in nasal swabs a few months into the pandemic. Second, there's no such thing as a standard respiratory illness test, so it's impossible for you to score high enough on it to be considered COVID-19. You just made that shit up.
By the way, the 40,000 number he's giving was as of 2 months into the pandemic. This information from this idiot was recorded in May of 2020.
And it's not even a lie, really. As one German doctor's video has shown, coronaviruses are one of the most common respiratory illness viruses produced by people who have respiratory illness. So if you have a respiratory disease, there's a high probability that you will have coronavirus anyway.
That's such a vague statement, because respiratory illnesses can be brought on by coronaviruses because these viruses use the respiratory system to reproduce and spread. The immune system then attacks the infected cells, and this can lead to other complications, like pneumonia. So the statement you just read really should have been stated as such. If you have a respiratory illness, then there's a significant probability that this was brought on by a viral infection.
You see, coronavirus is something that has existed and been known about for decades. You can see in medical encyclopedias that coronavirus is listed as the common cold.
What you mean to say is that the common cold is a coronavirus, not that the coronavirus is a common cold, because the bird flu, swine flu, and even the lesser-known camel flu were all coronaviruses, and none of them were the common cold. Eric Dubé, you're an idiot.
Dang.
Now for this next part of the video, I'm just going to let it play through and wait until the end to point out everything he gets wrong and the one glaring thing that he continuously misses.
And this right here, this is from the 80s, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Well, let's get to it. Now, as you can see right here, take a look. What it say right there. You see it? It's 1989. This encyclopedia was published. There you go. It's the same thing. There you go. It's no trick here. Now let's find the corona disease. As you can see, the coronavirus. Let's find it as on this chart right here, because you know already, I told you already, they changed shit for the next generation. You see it? Take a look. This is a coronavirus right here. You see it? You see it? What it say across from it? It says a common cold. You see that? They say it's a new virus. Start from in China, somewhere in China, where they got seafood and livestock. Take a look at that right there, people. And I told you already, so-called Encyclopedia of Medicine. There you go. They're the one who give you everything that's in it. But pay attention to what they put down in it from 1989 about the coronavirus right there in plain sight. Can you see it? They tell you it's the common cold right there. Just like I've made my video the other day, I told you that is no different between this right here and the so-called flu. Why is they pulling this on the masses right here with the coronavirus and your pandemic? You see how easy they got the masses? Go back and check, people. They always do it 100% in, and they basically change over shit for the new generation. That's how they do it. You better wake up. That's how they do it. Day by day, they find a way to change up shit. Even blame it on the Mandela effect. Take a look at this right here, people. You can't make it up. Yes, there you go. The Encyclopedia of Medicine. Show you the same coronavirus.
Oh, I so want to rip this guy a new one, but I'm going to wait and give you the first crack.
We're in panic mode
Sir,
right now.
I know
Every country
you're waiting for him
gonna
to finish.
so-called be a part of it. That's what you need to know, because it's one world government control the whole shit. This is a plan to get the people in scare tactics, scare mode. There you go, right there. You see it?
Oh man, so much wrong here. Where should we start? Well, let's start with the obvious. At the top of the chart, it clearly says that the left-hand side of the chart is the family of viruses, and the right-hand side of the chart is an example of a virus from the family of viruses. An example. Do you know what an example is?
No, he doesn't.
You get 5 dings for not knowing what an example is.
Thank
you.
Now,
the second thing I'd like to point out comes from him stating this.
Right there, just like I making a video the other day, I told you that is no different between this right here and the so-called flu.
It clearly states 2 lines above the common cold that the influenza virus is not a coronavirus. It's an orthomyxovirus. They aren't even in the same family of viruses, you idiot! Now the following video comes from a chiropractor and contains some really, really bad information. So let's take a look.
Okay, so let's talk about what's really going on. Now that the coronavirus is actually affecting my family by shutting schools down and shutting down schools across the nation, something just since the beginning hasn't seemed right with this coronavirus. And now looking at the recommendations on how to kill it, it's a weak-ass virus. Like 80 degrees kills the virus. I'm like, I haven't really heard of a virus that weak. Just drinking hot water can kill it.
No, it can't. And why do you look like you're infected with the nacho cheese Doritos virus? Let's first start off by saying that the properties you are talking about do not define whether or not the virus is strong or weak. And if the virus can't survive above 80 degrees, then how is it possible that the virus thrives inside of the 98.6 degree human body? You're an idiot.
Drinking water without ice, vitamin C can kill it, no problem.
No, it can't, you idiot. If you're vitamin C deficient, then taking a vitamin C supplement will boost your immune system, and a boosted immune system will help your body fight off pathogens. However, vitamin C alone will not destroy any pathogens.
Just being in the sun can kill it.
Well, what do you know? You're wrong again. UV radiation can destroy viruses. However, the amount of radiation necessary would also do harm to your skin. So you can't just walk outside and get a little exposure to sunlight and cure yourself of the coronavirus.
Laundry detergent kills it. The second it hits your stomach acid kills it.
I'm not going to ding you for your laundry detergent claim because you're really only half wrong there. The American Chemistry Council has posted a list of detergents that can kill the coronavirus, but not all laundry detergents will kill the coronavirus. Now, the next claim that stomach acid will kill the virus is patently false, as the CDC has confirmed the presence of the coronavirus in fecal matter, suggesting that the virus passed all the way through the digestive tract, which included the stomach and all of its acids. Not that this guy would know. I'm sure his shit is filled up with undigested Cheetos. Fucking idiot.
I'm like, wow, that is like the weakest virus that I've ever seen.
Dude, you're a chiropractor. The only viruses you've ever seen are the ones you got on your computer when you were watching spine porn.
And really the symptoms, it can only live on your hands 5 to 10 minutes. On metal it lasts longer, but...
Again, patently false information. The National Institute of Health conducted a study in which they showed that the virus can survive outside of a host for a few hours up to a few days on certain surfaces. You're an idiot.
It doesn't cause a sneeze, and the survival rate is great among people who are healthy. Only 15% of people have more symptoms. Only 5% of the people will need medical attention. Only 2% death rate in people with compromised immune system.
So now you're treading into the dangerously stupid regions of bad information. According to a study conducted by the University of Washington, COVID-19 has a death rate of about 1.3%. Now this is much greater than the seasonal flu, which has a death rate of about 0.1%. So yeah, COVID-19 is far deadlier than the seasonal flu. And you, sir, are an idiot.
And then I remember my wife telling me, there's actually a patent on the coronavirus. And I'm like, that figures, because the drug companies, I wouldn't put it past them. But then I looked a little further, and there is a patent on it. It's patent US 200-625-7852, a U.S. patent on the coronavirus. And it was applied for, and it's called Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, coronavirus. And that was applied for in 2006 by a company called Chiron.
This part is actually true. The patent that he's talking about is a U.S. patent concerning coronaviruses and vaccines. And with just a cursory look at the patent, you would see that it clearly states that these patents are concerning the original SARS outbreak in 2003. In fact, these patents have no relevance to the current pandemic. You're an idiot.
And now I'm not into conspiracy stuff, but when it starts affecting my family, I want to know what the hell's going on.
Well, you would first have to demonstrate that this virus is capable of jumping from humans to Oompa Loompas.
And so this company, Chiron, applied for it and was granted this patent on this virus, which was then bought by GlaxoSmithKline, one of the 10 largest pharmaceutical companies in the world, who happens to specialize in vaccines. And so a vaccine usually takes 2 to 2.5 years to get approved because they have to do safety testing and stuff like that. So now I'm looking into, maybe there's a coronavirus vaccine. And sure as shit, there's a European patent on a coronavirus.
Hey, my show, I get to curse, not you. Keep it clean.
Virus vaccine, European patent EP 317231-9B1.
I've already read much of this patent, so I'm going to save you guys a lot of time. This patent is a patent for a vaccine for the original SARS-CoV from 2003. This guy's an idiot and obviously doesn't know how to read. Maybe that's why he's not a real doctor.
Just some food for thought. Do your own research.
Yeah, do your own research, but don't be like this idiot. Actually take the time to read and understand the research that's being presented to you.
That's how dangerous it is. But that's also how common it is. And since it's so weak, common, and not dangerous, it is found in many people with respiratory disease. So now, many people just dying of respiratory disease are being labeled coronavirus deaths.
Eric Dubé, you're a fucking idiot. There is no default COVID-19 condition that a hospital or doctor must put down as a cause of death. This false information has been passed around social media and is 100% fake. When a person dies, a medical examiner or coroner typically determines cause of death. As I stated earlier, viruses don't actually kill people. It's a reaction between the virus and the host body that's usually responsible for the host dying. Now, if a coroner or medical examiner determines the cause of death to be pneumonia, but also finds sufficient evidence to believe that COVID-19 is what brought on the infection, then it will be counted as a COVID-19 death with a comorbid diagnosis of pneumonia.
So why don't we have troops on the street for the 17.6 million people that die of cardiovascular disease every year? That's preventable.
Asked and answered. You're an idiot.
Why don't we have martial law over the 9 million cancer deaths every year?
Wow! You're an idiot!
1.3 million die in road accidents. Are we going to shut down the roads now? Are we going to make cars and trucks illegal because of the 1.3 million people that die on the roads?
No. But they do have stop signs, stoplight, and seatbelt laws that are designed to reduce the amount of deaths due to car accidents, you idiot. Okay, so I think this is going to be where we end the...
And then I will leave you to finish your items with your individuals then. Alrighty, and with us, we have just a few minutes left, so we'll actually keep it here. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3. We only got 2? Really? Yeah, we only got 2. We didn't get anything on the 2 redos. Alright, we can get some abilities. We'll grab those. And then I guess we'll grab those. And we'll grab these. Alright. And alright. So now we're maxed out on the top 5. Good, good. See anything new in the events? Oh, Time of the Fearless has another energy completion. We'll collect that. And let's see if there's anything in the elemental season we can touch. Alrighty, so Guild Dungeon we'll do in the overnight during our bell. Let's see, any new shop purchases? Yes. Yes. No, we got too many of those. Oh, let's see what else is available before I touch those. Oh, I could really love a Book of Tales. But right now it's too expensive. Tower shop. Tower shop. Tower shop. Tower shop. Tower shop. Tower shop. Items that would be good, but oh so expensive. In the Outland shop? Actually, shouldn't there have been... Did we not grab our mailbag at the beginning of the episode? Okay. I guess we did. We might have during part 1. So with that, we'll make one last check to see if there's any spears we can open. Otherwise, we will go ahead and go through the motions to sign off for our episode. And we do have 10, so we will run them real quick. Ooh! Thank God we did! Super Titan! Hello, Oraje! Seeger gets 30. Nova gets 30. Sylvia gets 30. Seeger gets another 30. That is an awesome pull. 1, 2, 3, 4 30s and a Super Titan 250. Yes, please, Mama Son. We'll scroll through the Titans as we do our closing. As always, please do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals of boxing extras of 5,000 views, 1,000 subscribers by YouTube. Once either of those are met, that individual group will start sending us items, which will go ahead and get nice folks like you who watch good merchandise prizes from either YouTube or Nexters. Of course, Coinbase.com/join/the Fill it out. Get your $10 in free Bitcoin to use in Dominion. CoinBase and Earn less than 2-minute lessons. 1-question quizzes to get up to another $100 in crypto that way as well. And of course, Art Bell with Alien Abductions Part 3 comes tonight in the overnight. Until then, as always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see each other overnight for more from Day 1.